What are the main trends in the Middle East?
In the Middle East, in this year's report, we see that in particular the Gulf states have improved in comparison to the rest of the region, where many countries have actually lost competitiveness. This has been a trend that we've observed for about 5 years. So when we look at the results going back to 2005, we see that that's where this trend has started.
And why have the Gulf states gone up this year?
One of the reasons that the Gulf states have gone up this year are improvements in the macroeconomic environment, but also improvements in the institutional environment in those countries. And this is actually a result also of longer-term policies in those countries. The oil revenues in those countries have enabled them to stabilize their macroeconomies and to conduct a number of important economic reforms that led to an improvement in competitiveness.
Iran and Lebanon from the Middle East have been added to the rankings this year. People might be surprised to see that Iran is at number 69, mid-table.
Yes, Iran is ranked for the first time this year at 69th. We see in Iran that there's a particular strength with respect to the macroeconomic environment, where again, like in the Gulf countries, the hydrocarbon revenues are a big advantage. Iran also has a relatively well-educated population and a relatively healthy population, so also those indicators contribute to the advantages of Iran. On the other hand, we see weaknesses in the institutional environment. So, for example, the protection of intellectual property rights is very weak. We also see weaknesses with respect to adoption of technologies from abroad.
And finally, how will the report be used in the Middle East?
In the Middle East, the report over the past years has been used to formulate policy responses and to formulate policy strategies. So we see that, for example, in Saudi Arabia, to a large extent, the economic strategy of the country, the strategy to improve competitiveness has been partly based on the findings of the report. Countries also use it to generate public support for reforms, which is not always a given.